and welcome back to Sisterly Sparks. I'm Orange Spark.
I'm Purple Spark. And sorry, we're lagging once
And
again.
together we bring you. Oh, yeah.
But it's
sorry.
okay. We're going to work
But
with it.
together we bring you.
Yes, Sisterly Sparks. Okay.
Period. Yes. So we're gonna do a mental health check-in, and then we're gonna dive right into today's topic, which is the walkthrough. So, Purple Spark, how you doing?
Just really quick, this whole world got me effed up. That's the end of mine. Yours.
You laugh to keep from smiling, or smile to keep from crying, or whatever it is, however they said it. Yep. This is where we're at.
Yeah.
So, the walkthrough. Let's get into
the
it.
Walkthrough. Right. So listen, okay, really quick. This is going to be a really short episode, but we did miss last week, which we sincerely apologize. We had a lot going on. We couldn't get our schedule straight. We couldn't get time straight. Anywho, we're here now. Even though we can't stay on too long, but we will do a part 2 to this. But we do want to at least give a little introduction to what we're talking about. So recently, we have. So on a daily basis, we get tested, right? On a daily basis, we get thrown in things. We get things thrown our way to where we have to make certain decisions on what we choose to do, how we choose to react, how we choose to respond, if we choose to respond or not, and all that, right? So this past, I want to say maybe a week or two. Am I right? Maybe a week or two. I don't know. This past week or two have been insane. It will go from good days, then have a couple bad days, back to some good days, more bad days, or trying days, I should say. And it seems like a whole bunch of bad stuff just all came at once. And really quickly, I feel like and I don't even know how to explain it. I feel like I am torn between the different actions I could take for said situations. Now, anybody and everybody that knows me knows I try to take the high route. I try to take the responsible route. I try to take the benefit of the doubt route. I try to give everybody, you know what I'm saying, grace. I try to at least see the situation for what it is proclaimed to be, whether it's bad or good, true or false. I try to at least see where it's stemming from or where it's coming from. I just want y'all to know, without even talking about any of that, I just want y'all to get into my head a little bit, because I think people get it twisted when it comes to me and when it comes to why I act and how I do things and how I respond to stuff. Even though I take those routes and I try to be, what's the word? I try to be
open-minded.
Yes, I try to be that. Don't get it twisted. The other side of me wants to react how you react to me. Okay? I just want y'all to know this. We're not in it long enough for me to cuss. This things, okay? people, their tongues, it's gonna get them in some stuff they can't get out of. Okay? And I try not to let my tongue get me in mess that I don't want to get in or that I can't get out of. I feel like everybody have a way and have the opportunity to think before they speak or before they say anything out their mouths that they may regret, that they may be fibbing about, that they may be just coming up with crap about. I feel like everybody have that opportunity, and it's up to you to decide if you want to blow up at something or not, because something may have you twisted or something just really just disrupted your soul or irritated you to where you was like you don't have no choice but to say something and I'm gonna go off and that's your nature. If your nature is to blow up and your nature is to fight and fuss and argue and all that, by all means, do you, boo. However, and however, if what you're going off about, if what you're fussing and cussing and loud talking and threatening people about is based on some bullshit, there comes a problem. And then now the question would be, who's the problem? What's the problem now? And what's the reaction that needs to be taken? Because if someone that's rowdy all the time, if someone that has a nature of what can I say, of fighting, or a nature of just anger and
misplaced anger,
that, right? Obviously, there may not be too much that you could say to a person with those things going on, even if you're telling the truth or not to them. It doesn't matter. Okay? Because once they hit that level, once they hear something or see something or whatever that disrupts whatever their frame of whatever the fuck they got going on, okay? They don't care about it. They don't care if it's a lie they about to storm and bark at. They don't care if they just made a whole fairy tale up. They don't care if they've been coerced. They don't care about none of that. Okay, they're gonna blow up. But what I tell people, and once again, you have all the right. However, though, I'm not it. I'm not the goddamn right. I'm not it. I stay away from people. I stay away from people problems. I moved away from problems, okay? To not have to go through certain crap. But I keep sensing to find myself, okay, in things that makes me have to make these tough decisions. And just because I choose the right ways and the right words and the right whatever doesn't mean that it just came so easy and so natural and so, because just like you snap, I swear I could do the same thing. I go back and forth before I'll make my decision to say and do whatever and jump off and whatever. I have to go through a whole mess of what ifs, a whole mess of a bunch of stuff. So I'm going to be quiet real quick. I'm going to end it with saying, for me, just understand, for me, you may think it's easy, and I'll elaborate next week. It's not easy to come up with and to always do what's right. I know it seems like it should be easy, but it's fucking not easy, okay? And I just want y'all to understand that. I want y'all to understand I'm the way I am for a reason. I treat y'all, and I say y'all, and everybody's involved in the y'all, how I feel like I want to be. And when I don't get that, it upsets me. It makes me want to do what you do. However, because of who I am, if I fight with myself to do the right thing, I'm going to continue next week. I'm going to let Orange Spark tell what's her walkthrough, or at least the beginning and the start of hers.
I just I feel like SWV. I just want some understanding. I don't understand. How am I walking through? I really flabbergasted. Like I really don't. I don't know. It's crazy to see how conclusions came about and assumptions were made, and again, I feel like there is a lot of things that we've talked about on the podcast before, such as like projections on feelings and anticipated actions, I guess. Like, I'm just really taken aback, and I really don't understand how this arose to even, I mean, I do, but I don't. So I don't know. It's a challenge to walk through stuff looking it dead in the face and just genuinely not understanding, not knowing what to do. Like, I don't know. I'm very flabbergasted. I don't know how to talk about it without talking about it.
What's
your
process? Like when something is presented to you that causes you to react in a certain way, what is it that how do you come up with how you respond to said action or said whatever? Like, what's your process of that?
I feel like I have a lot of internal battle, like kind of like you, like, okay, how am I about to go about this? Like, this way or this way? Old me, new me kind of thing. And it's like I go back over everything and it's like, okay. This, okay, it's not adding up. No, that can't be it. And I battle with meeting it with love and meeting it with what I feel justified in my emotion, or like my response to whatever it is. So I've tried to take the approach of understanding, of communication, of what do you want, but also I'm prepared to meet it with the other side as well. That would be my preference, to meet it with the other side. But I have to weigh, if I do that, will it be beneficial? Will we get anywhere? Will we get to the result that we're trying to get to? I mean, keeping head on a swivel, but we'll see.
First of all, don't lie on me, okay? I don't want anybody to lie. I don't want anybody to feel like that it's easy to get off your tongue a lie about this one over here. I don't know what she requires or whatever, but this one, don't lie. There's no reason for it. Don't come up with no fibs, no stories of your own. You're not around me, so there's nothing that personally that you know. And if there's questions, I feel like if we're good and if there's no beef or no whatever, I feel like you have my contact information, so you could easily contact me and ask me any questions. I've never turned somebody down from now. I don't like a bunch of goddamn questions at one goddamn time. Let me answer the shit. But I feel like I've never just shot down a question. I'm an open book. You're free to ask me anything you want to. But assuming something about me is going to piss me off. Especially if I don't show you the things that you assume. Is it so hard for y'all to really see somebody actually wanting good things to happen, wanting to treat people good because they want to be treated good? Is that so far-fetched to where it just has to be something wrong with that?
Yes.
Sorry, this is supposed to be Orange
It
Spark.
shouldn't be.
I'm sorry.
No, you good. But the answer to that is yes. It should not be the case, but it is. Yes. That's not possible.
Okay, so listen, and we are coming up on to where we have to get up out of here in about a couple minutes, but I really honestly wish if whoever watches this, and I'm gonna try to get a lot of people to get this, because I really want people to chime in. I really don't want to seem like I'm just tripping, like I'm insane, like I'm going nuts or I'm going crazy with what I'm thinking and my stance on things. I really want people to dive in, and I really want people to spark conversation with us and let us know, how do you deal with adversity? How do you deal with being judged? How do you deal with falsely being judged and being false, yeah, and being chastised for it, for the false accusations? Like, what's your thought process behind that? Like, what do you ignore it? Do you meet it head on? Do it take you a little bit so you could think about it? Like, what really goes through your head, or goes through your mind when someone or something is presenting you with something that you know not to be true? Email, inbox, message, please. Sisterly Sparks everywhere. Sisterly Sparks at gmail.com, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, maybe. I don't know just yet. I don't remember. Probably so. Our personal emails,
YouTube,
our personal profile, YouTube, right on here. Please, somebody let us know, please. So go ahead, Orange Spark. We can go ahead and close it out real quick.
Okay, well, yes, please, like Purple Spark said, tune in, comment, spark conversation with us. We will bring you a full episode next week. Again, we apologize for our short video today and our absence last week, but bear with us. It is worth the wait, and we are excited to spark conversation about the walkthrough next week. You guys have a great rest of your week, and we are out.
Bye.
Peace.
Don't get